This is Hamza Ahmed. He's a content creator with 2.25 million subscribers, 353 million channel views, and one of the most dedicated fan bases on YouTube. Hamza got his audience through posting self-improvement guides, where he helped lost young guys improve their lives with self-improvement habits, which is a great thing. However, now, Hamza's had a bit of fall from grace. He started out posting very helpful guides on mental health, morning routines, and how to build an aesthetic body. But now he's lost 95% of his core fan base for various reasons. And now he's posting a video responding to a channel that made a video on his downfall almost a year later. He's also now personally trying to attack me despite having nothing to do with the situation. And the worst part is, he knows I'm not the one behind the channel. Let me quickly take you back to where this whole situation started so you can understand where I'm coming from. This is Internet Anarchist. He's a channel with 1 million subscribers and 300 million views on YouTube. I've known Internet Anarchists for years now, and we first met online back in 2022, and we've been good friends ever since. In fact, I've even done some writing work for him in the past with his documentary going over the whole Wilbur Soot situation. Just thought I'd mention this so you know where I'm coming from. Internet Anarchist first released a video on Hamza on the 20th of June 2022. Keep in mind, this was before we both even met for the first time. Internet Anarchist and I were both fans of Hamza up until this point. I used to listen to a lot of his self-improvement guides and took action on the advice I deemed helpful. And let me just do a quick Hamza and glaze myself. With that advice, I've managed to start making money online, and I'm in a way better shape than I was before from this photo. In fact, so is Internet Anarchist. We both read a lot of the same books that Hamza does and teaches in his videos. Anyways, let's get back on topic. The first video Internet Anarchist made on Hamza was actually a pretty positive one, going over his rise on the platform and how he managed to get to where he is today, and Hamza's aware of this. The video is titled, How Hamza Built a Cult from His Bedroom. It's a pretty self-explanatory title. In fact, a lot of Hamza's fans liked the video too. However, this is where things start to take an interesting shift. In the later parts of 2024, Internet Anarchist reached out to Hamza regarding a follow-up video on his channel. You see, a lot of commentary channels in the niche do this to verify their sources. In fact, the interactions Hamza had with Internet Anarchist are public in his Discord server. From Internet Anarchist's perspective, he was trying to make a video informing everyone on how Hamza lost a big chunk of his core fanbase. The video itself wasn't intended to be slanderous or filled with hatred, which is why Internet Anarchist even reached out to Hamza, providing the opportunity for him to watch and fact-check it before going public with it. During the video, Internet Anarchist documented the key events that contributed and led to Hamza losing a significant portion of his audience, as well as the goodwill in the self-help community. Notably, some of the controversies discussed were harmful and contradictory advice, how success corrupted Hamza's overinflated ego, and negative experiences shared by prior members of his courses. Following Internet Anarchist's video, Hamza would delete over 18 million views worth of content and lose another 20,000 subscribers. Losing subscribers each month became a pattern from here. Internet Anarchist's video would be a success, garnering over 2 million views and receive a positive reception from viewers, with the comments section criticizing Hamza, with one of the top comments pointing out that Hamza had become the very thing he once criticized in his older content. He, ironically enough, became the very cringe red pill guy he hated at the start. A year would pass with no real response from Hamza, and then Hamza would contradict a massive point he used to preach. Essentially, Hamza used to say that Adonis wouldn't really concern himself with the opinions of a Jeffrey. However, now, he seems to be going after the opinions of someone he would class as a Jeffrey. On the 21st of September 2025, Hamza would upload a video titled Why Hamza Deserves His Downfall, with the exact same thumbnail and title of Internet Anarchist's video. I find it extremely ironic how a guy who brags about making millions of dollars had to steal a thumbnail and title for a YouTube video instead of paying a thumbnail designer and thinking of a title. Essentially, he's doing this to try and control the narrative, as Internet Anarchist's video has 2 million views and doesn't paint him in the greatest light. In fact, I'm pretty sure the only reason he's doing this is because if you search up Hamza, Internet Anarchist's video pops up. Hamza did give his side of the story in the situation and did his best to defend himself from the criticisms documented in Internet Anarchist's video. But he did contradict himself again. In this video, throughout the response, Hamza's preaching about the fact that hate videos and downfall videos are bad. But in the past, he's made a viral video shitting on Sneeko. Regardless of your opinion on Sneeko, this does show that Hamza knows negative titles and situations do lead to more clicks on YouTube. And naturally, an audience is going to want to watch on a video covering someone's downfall. Which is fine. Every YouTuber does it. You can agree or disagree with any point you want. However, this is where Hamza took the situation a bit too far, and is personally claiming that I am the guy behind the channel, despite knowing that I'm not. On the 24th of September 2025, Hamza would post an Instagram story claiming that I am the Internet Anarchist, which is laughably false. His story says, "This is Internet Anarchist, the one who makes hate videos about me and tries to convince young men that porn is fine. He single-handedly got thousands of young men to quit self-improvement and go back to their addictions, all because he wanted to make money from churning out hate videos. I have never once said that porn is fine. In fact, I actually used to share Hamza's guides with friends because they genuinely helped me at the time." It then continues to get worse as he doubles and even triples down on this false narrative he's created. Why do you think that this guy would make 2 full hate videos about me and try to convince young men to get off self-improvement? This post is one of the most wrong things I've ever seen on the internet. Here's why. 1. Internet Anarchist hasn't made a single hate video on you. His first video on you was positive, talking about your uprise, and the second one was talking about documents that led to the reasons as to why your core audience is gone. 2. I'm not Internet Anarchist. 1 Google search is all you need. This post is completely disingenuous and straight up defamatory. I make Minecraft videos. I have never once made a video on Hamza or ever mentioned him publicly up until this point. If you're wondering how we found this photo, it would have been through tagged Instagram photos, and for obvious reasons I've now privated that Instagram account. Because it's one thing to share an image of someone you believe is a channel owner, especially when the channel seems to be owned by a faceless creator. But I would actually argue that's way worse because it shows you had the intent to try and dox someone. However, with this act, he's now made me, an innocent person in this whole scenario, a target. Now to his audience, I am a guy that has single-handedly ruined self-improvement for people and said publicly that porn is okay, which is false. Obviously, we all know the bad effects of watching porn. But in this case, Hamza was also trying to use this as a point. No one else is bringing up this besides him. Essentially, Internet Anarchist was saying that Hamza was vilifying gaming by saying that if you game, you're gonna fail in life, which we both disagree with. In reality, Hamza, there's nothing wrong with playing games socially. It's only a problem when you become so reliant on the video game that you become addicted. I understand that a lot of your core audience has a moderation problem, and we've all been there. But vilifying gaming or any form of entertainment isn't the right move. It's better to educate people on why something is this way, so they can come to an informed decision on what they want to do with their spare time. The biggest concern I have with this situation now is my face is seen as the guy harming the self-improvement of young men. And if you knew anything about me, you would know this isn't true at all. In fact, Hamza either did his own research or had someone share with him a picture of me who thought it was me. But 1 Google search would prove that it's not me. In fact, let me prove this for you. Hi Hamza, if you're watching this video, I'm just going to quickly do a quick guide to researching and how to fact check your sources before, post something that's pretty defamatory and malicious. So here I am on Google. You might know this website, it's pretty underrated. But what you've got to do is go to this search bar and search up Internet Anarchist face. Look, there's information. If you go to his Wikitubia, you can see his face is right there. That is not me. That was 1 Google search and a wiki. People know this. And if you still want to double fact check that, if you go to his YouTube channel, you can actually see he posts his face on there. If I go to I think the first time he did it was in a Nikocado video, so I'll just go to that. Look at that, it's right there! Now, it's one thing to post an Instagram story with wrong information, only to find that it's wrong. However, Hamza has not only done this, he's also tripled down on it and shared it on his community tab, to his channel with 2 million subscribers. And it's also pretty permanent. It's very hard for me now to kind of take this down, because unlike a YouTube video, I can't file a copyright claim or a privacy complaint. There's only really a report for the report thing you get when you see the community tab. But after being made aware of the post, I privated my Instagram and tried getting in contact with Hamza. I posted this tweet and tagged him. Hey Hamza Adonis, I am not Internet Anarchist. You should do a bit more research before claiming that I am him. I am friends with him, but putting this as a story is fucked up. No one has said porn is fine. If you see this story, can you message Hamza to take it down? I also sent this DM to him on Twitter saying, hey dude, I used to be a big fan of yours. You inspired me a lot to get on self-improvement and start my own career on YouTube. I became friends with the Internet Anarchist from that. What you're doing is extremely messed up, and now I'm at risk of being doxxed and unfairly harassed because you tried using old photos of me to support your narrative. There are public images of Internet Anarchist, yet you choose to use old photos of me from February to make a slanderous post that could not only affect me, but my friends and family now too. I get that no one wants a hate video made on them, but you've taken it a bit too far by slandering someone that was a fan of yours. All I ask is that you do the Adonis thing and not try to attack someone. Please, take the stories down before it leads to me getting doxxed and my family starts getting harassment. The reason I'm making this video is because I wanted to share my side of the story. I doubt Hamza's core audience checks Twitter, and they're probably all here on YouTube. This video is not monetized in any way, and I hope you guys understand how disingenuous and malicious Hamza is being in this moment. Hamza, you know that I am not the Internet Anarchist, yet you choose to post photos that we were taking in an unserious tone and making it serious to fit your narrative. Hamza, if you're watching this, I hope you get the help you need and get out of this rut you're currently facing. Please apologize to your audience publicly about spreading this blatantly false lie. And if you are in the Adonis community, share this with Hamza directly and other members so they can see and realize the mistake he's made here. Thank you for watching this video.